Right, welcome to biology class with surgical medic. All right, so quickly we are going to classification of living organisms. All right, yeah. So yeah, let's start. Let's start this way. We have 1.8 million living organism that exists on this living on this planet Earth. And so scientists made us understand that there are still many more to be identified, to be discovered. Sure you get. So that's why we've now come to like classify what living organisms so that it can make sense. So that everything will not just be scattered to one side, or maybe everything is just everywhere is just disorganized. This one is just there, that one is there, you get. So we have 1.6 million living organisms on earth, and there are still even many more to be discovered. There are still many more to be to be described. There are still many more to be identified. So we saw some of our people, some of my guys. We have Aristotle, my Aristotle. We have our Carl Linnaeus, my Carl Linnaeus. All right, then my RH. I love RH Whitaker so much because we are using his classification today. Are you with me? Please take notes. Take notes. You see, Aristotle was the one that was like the first person to like classify living organisms, and he's actually a Greek philosopher, right? 17 this thing. Many Jambites they don't understand how JAMB set questions. Some will go and be mastering the years, like maybe the years they did their works, what they did, or their occupation, right? Like, oh, the Aristotle is a Greek philosopher, this guy is a botanist, this one is a zoologist. JAMB would never ever ask you those kind of questions. That's not what JAMB would ask. But no worry, just follow closely. What JAMB would ask is what me I will teach you. Sure you get. What JAMB would ask is what me I will teach you actually. So Aristotle came and he classified, was trying to like classify living organisms, and but we did not accept his own classification. You get. Carlinus came also. He classified living organism to. He tried classify living organism into what? Into two: the kingdom Animalia and kingdom what? Plantae. So when you see you know that that's Animalia already. Please, we are scholars now. I get. You get. So kingdom Animalia, kingdom what? Plantae. Are you with me? So but you see that many one-celled organisms, are you with me, they do not fit into this classification. Many one-celled organisms like your bacteria, are you with me, they do not fit. Many protistas, they do not fit into this organism. That's why this guy, my beautiful guy now came down. Ogbeni, let's classify organism into 5 now. What do you mean? We can actually classify organism into 5. That's when this one now classify the organism into your kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista. Are you with me? Kingdom Protista, then kingdom Fungi. It's going to be a very interesting journey. Please follow closely. Kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae, then kingdom Animalia. You with me? So that's that. So it was this my guy here that now came that okay, how far let's classify living organism in a perfect way that makes sense. Now classify them into what? Your Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. Are you with me? So alright, now let's now look at something very, very important here. You have to follow closely because this is exactly what JAMB will test you on. You see this kingdom Monera actually, they are prokaryotic. And how do we know that they are prokaryotic? We see that they did not have nucleus. They do not have nucleus. It's just like you talking about your bacteria. Your bacteria that is actually going to be having see your this thing here, then something like a flagellum here. Then inside there will be a nucleoid. There will be a nucleoid instead of a nucleus. So it is nucleoid that they will have. You get. So now, if an organism, if the cell of an organism does not have a nucleus, that means that living organism is prokaryotic. Actually, we ourselves, we are eukaryotic, because we have nucleus. Now, nucleus is just like, the control center of your life, that is control the life activities, the life activities of other cells and all. And you see, if you don't have nucleus, I don't think you can ever exist. Are you with me? If you don't have a nucleus, I don't think you can even exist. So now, but these Ponera people, they are crazy. They do not have nucleus, yet they live. Are you with me? Yet they are living fine. Are you with me? So that's why they are what? That's why they are prokaryotic. Prokaryotic. Are you with me? So actually, Monera are prokaryotic because why? Because of what? They lack true nucleus and membrane bound organisms. But you see, coming from here, they are eukaryotic. I don't know if you guys get the scope. I don't know if you guys. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only Monera shows his own behavior as prokaryotic. You get, while the rest, they are normally eukaryotic. Are you with me? So in the next video, we'll diminish all this kingdom, we'll demystify them. Sure you get, we'll demystify them one after the other in such a way that you would never forget again. Are you with me? So alright, now I think there are key things you need to know. I think we should go to so classification is just like you grouping living organisms. Please take notes. You identify the organism, then you group. Then coming to taxonomy, there's something called taxonomy, because students are confusing these things together with each other. So you ask one student about classification now, asking one student about taxonomy now, you're saying another thing. Sure you get. Taxonomy is just like taxonomy is just like like the principle. Are you with me? Now here you apply principle here. You don't just apply anyhow stuff. So taxonomy is the principle of what? Grouping living organisms. Simple. So if you are bringing about, you applying principle to what? Grouping living organism, then you are talking about what? Taxonomy. As simple as that sounds, as simple as it is. So taxonomy is the general principle we use in classifying, in grouping, in describing living organisms. So that's taxonomy for you. So let's jump into hierarchy. Our hierarchy. I hope you guys are taking good notes. Hierarchy. I hope you guys are taking good notes. So hierarchy. Are you guys getting me? Hierarchy. So now this one is actually talking about, how will I call it now? How organism is being grouped into what? Kingdoms, even and into smaller groups. In these smaller groups, we still now have even smaller groups. Like you having kingdom now. You now classify into, like, you break it down into smaller groups. Now still break it down into smaller groups again. That's hierarchy for you. So now here we'll now be having something like, let's clean this board first. Let's clean this board so that we can express ourselves very well. Hierarchy, you don't even need to cram. Under hierarchy, you don't need to cram at all. So just know. So firstly, just know D. D will be your domain. Sure you get. Now King Philip came over for good what? Spaghetti. Very easy. You don't even need to cram. So this is our hierarchy. You see now, our hierarchy. The one that is Oga and the one that is Omoshe. You get the one that is Oga here, the boss. is the domain, then followed by kingdom, then the one that is the omoshe, the worker, you get, is the species, like the smallest, you get, the smallest is the species. Very easy. Now this one is domain, you get, this one will be your domain. This one is your kingdom, this is King Philip. Then Philip is your phylum, you get. I don't think I need to write all these things, but because I want the videos to be very, very short. Very, very short. Then came, this is came. Yeah, that's your class. You get, this one is came over, alright. This is of sorry, what am I writing? Order, then family. Sorry, came over for good what spaghetti. I'm trying my best to make the video very, very short because needs, okay, family, you get genus. I hope you guys can see what I'm writing, sha. Then species, are you with me? So that's that. All right, so now we see that domain, this is like the largest kingdom. You can, some people can say, okay, domain is the largest, sha, like where you dominate, but some might say kingdom is largest. Let's put it there. Largest, then the smallest here, this is the species here. This is the smallest. Let me write a small letter so you can know that. No. So biology is very simple actually. So yeah, that's it. That is your hierarchy. Now let's journey. We need to move very fast. Binomial nomenclature. We are moving. Binomial nomenclature. Let's write it fast. Binomial. These are the concepts you guys need to know. Nomenclature, right? So yeah, now what should you know under this, please? You don't need to know much. Binomial nomenclature is just a system of naming, standard, like your standard system of naming. Okay, you give birth to a baby today now, so you know that it's a must for you to name that baby. Some would have even like they would have drafted the name that, okay, no, this is what I, even some self they would have, they'll say, okay, that baby you will give birth to in the next 7 months. Let's name him Portable. You guess, let's name him Pella. You guess, or let's name him Edu. You get. So alright. So yeah. So that's that about that. Let's journey. So binomial nomenclature is the system of naming what living organisms. Naming what living organisms. So for example, and there's a way you name. There's a way you name. And this name would actually be coming from your genus and not your species. Genus and what species. So here, this genus is always starting with what? Capital letter, while your species would always start with what? Small letter. Let's now take an example. We ourselves, like we humans, we are biologically named, Homo sapiens. You get, that's our botanical name, that's our standard name, general name. Okay, so if you see any human on earth, that person is binomially called your Homo, then your sapiens. So this is how we write it. So you now underline it. So if you don't underline, you just italicize it. Let me write this one very well for you. Your M. So now Homo, you can see that Homo is starting with capital letter H, while the rest is a small letter. That's your genus. So your genus would always start with what? Capital letter. Then your species would always start with small letter. And that's it. That's your genus and species. So this professional method, this technical and professional method and standard method of classifying living organisms is what we call the binomial nomenclature. Are you with me? Biology is just simple. Biology is just extra what? Simple. Just follow closely. This is your journey. This is you journeying into a 99, a 99, or a perfect 100 in JAMB. Yeah, you can have it. You can have it. So, all right, we've established the facts of a binomial nomenclature. Don't forget where we are coming from. Coming from classification of living organisms, we group living organism, and scientists made us understand that we have 1.8 million organism on earth, and there are still even many more to be found. So there are still many more to be identified. You get many more to be identified, many more to be described. Then after that, we talked about taxonomy, which is the principle of grouping living organisms, and then we arrived at our guys Aristotle, Linnaeus, and R.H. Whittaker. And R.H. Whittaker method of classification is the one we are using today. And we have five of them, five of this classification: kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. Then Monera here is the only prokaryotic that is not having what? Nucleus and membrane bound organelles. Then the rest here are eukaryotic. In the next video, we'll demystify them in such a way that he would never forget again. Then you score very, very high in what? JAMB. JAMB 2027 is in trouble, big trouble. Follow closely. So then you establish the fact of naming, from your binomial nomenclature. So now, I think that's all for today's class. But let's test ourselves. Let's test ourselves on Carlinius, method of classifying living organisms. So let's try to classify humans and elephants together. So let's test it. Let's test it. So I think we should be able to manage this place. So let's test. We have humans. So humans. Then let's use our elephant. African. Let's be specific. African. Then elephants. So now, how will you classify this? Using your hierarchy, right? Use your hierarchy, and then your hierarchy now. Your hierarchy. Let's just manage this side for the hierarchy stuff. So you have kingdom. Let's start from domain. Domain, kingdom. King Philip came over for good spaghetti. So I think that's that. Very easy. Very easy. All right. So yeah. Now, so what's the domain? Actually, the domain would be something like your eukarya. You get for humans. Eukarya. Sure, you get eukarya. I think the both of them should be in eukarya now, because you see that both of them are actually having nucleus in their cell, and we are kind of, should we say, we are the same now. We are animal, they are animal too. We are higher animal, they are higher animal. But Shao, me, I'm not like him. I'm not like elephant Shao. But our domain is same eukarya. Then kingdom. We humans, we are what? We are animalia. Why? Why are we even animalia? Sure. Is it because of our mammary gland? Because we possess ear also, because we have mammary glands, because we give birth to our young ones alive, and all of that, various things. Sure, you get, because we possess specialized structures like a digestive system, skeletal system, our bony framework, and many more. So you say that elements to animalia. They can't make their food by themselves, so we cannot make our own food too by ourselves. So they are animalia. Then what will now be our phylum? We see that you can see that we possess notochord. Then arriving from our notochord, we have our like our vertebral column now, the one that house our spine. You get now. So you can see that we have it, and elephants have it. So that means we are chordata. That's how we call it, chordata, and then your elephant too will be what? Chordata. Is it making sense? Yeah, it's making sense. So when we get to kingdom animalia, we'll explain this thing. I'll not lie to you. This aspect of biology is a very boring one. It's not very sweet. I don't even like teaching it, but don't worry. I'm rooting for you. I would explain in such. Are you not enjoying this one? Yeah. Just anticipate upcoming ones. Ensure you subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, there's no how you'll be notified that another teaching. So there's no how you will know if another teaching drop. So yeah, co-data. Now let's check our class. Humans, we humans, what's our class? Which class are we? You get which class? Which class are we? We hear some people, they will say, we are not in the same class, so we are not in the same class. So sure you get me. I'm in SS3. You are in JS1. So what do you mean? So this one you are in JS1 actually, which is Mamalia, and then we are even having the same class. Jesus. You now to tell me that we are elephants too, but no sha. It's because of the characteristics we possess. Mammalia, can you see? And we can call us. We can not forget what the reason why they are called chordata, because they arise from notochord. Sure, you get then to vertebral column, blah blah blah. Then mammalia is because they possess mammary glands, that produces milk. They possesses air. Sure you get, that's why we are classified as mammalians. Then we have our order. So um the order for human would be primates. Take note, primates, and this is because, is this human? No, sorry, this is not human. Primates, primates. I did not check the board before. So for this animal here, will now be proboscideae. Sure you get probo our proboscideae. Sure you get. So primates is just like, the reason why we are classified as primates is because we have a large brain, like large brain. Then you have our family. Family here is coming from our Homo, from the word Homo, like the genus of our name. So that's our family for us. Hominidae. Then for elephants, from the name elephant, that would be Elephantidae. This thing is very easy, very easy, like biscuits, like fab biscuits sha. Now we have that of genus and species. This is the simplest. And genus and species, the method that we use to what? Classify, classify like, no, sorry, I said classify. Name jare, name genus and species. From here, genus and species. So here you can see that genus and species of human is Homo sapien. Your Homo, this one should be in capital letter. Don't forget your H there, underline. Then species, that's small letter. Oh my god, and you did not tell me. How would I go and write for elephants now? It's because I'm rushing. I was rushing. So yeah, almost sorry. You guys should sorry, sha. Don't say that this one they don't know what it's teaching. No. Yeah. So yeah, species get sorry. You guys, sapiens, sorry. Then G of S, that would be your Losodonta. Alright, that would be the Losodonta, then Hafri, then Kana, dan. So you guys, alright, I don't want this video to be very distant, but I leave you with RH classification. Leave you with RH Whittaker classification. RH Whittaker. So RH classified organism into what? 5. Please don't forget. And that's the recent classification we are using into, your kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, Animalia. Let's do Plantae first. Let's do this thing professionally. Plantae, then Animalia. As simple as it is. So now, I told you that it's only Monera that is actually what? Prokaryotic. Prokaryotic, and it's still unicellular too. Shey, this one is now. So since it's only Monera that is prokaryotic, that means Protista will now be what? Eukaryotic. And if it is eukaryotic, Protista too is unicellular. So unicellular, eukaryotic. Then coming to fungi, plantain and animalia, these three are multicellular. Please take note of all this scope. Multicellular, and since the three of them are multicellular, they are eukaryotic also. So eukaryotic, because it's only Monera that is actually prokaryotic. So as simple as it is, ensure you subscribe. Because if you don't subscribe, if the next sweet video should drop, you will not just know. And if you like this thing, subscribe, like, love, share with your loved ones. Share you get, and that's surgical medic for you. He's always rooting for you, If you would like to experience, if you want the full experience, register for our online tutorial. We are actually Telegram, inclined. We are Telegram based, for daily classes, daily drills and all. All right. Feel free to message me, to reach me on WhatsApp. All right.